Russia fired more than 400 drones and 40 missiles at Ukraine overnight. That's according to President Volodymyr Zelensky. Ukraine's military says that it preempted the attack by hitting Russian airfields and fuel reservoirs. Well, Ukrainian state emergency services said that at least 3 rescue workers were killed in Russia's attack on Kyiv, and around 40 people were wounded across the country. The attacks also targeted other major cities and also the west of the country. They happened a day after President Putin said he'd retaliate against Ukraine for the drone attacks that destroyed or damaged dozens of Russian strategic bomber planes. Let's cross over live to Kyiv because our diplomatic correspondent Paul Adams joins us live now. And Paul, another difficult night for Ukraine, but my understanding is that Ukrainians don't appreciate calling this a retaliation by Russia for their attack because obviously they are at war. They were the ones who were attacked by Russia in that full-scale invasion 3 years ago.
Yeah, they rather roll their eyes when they hear people warning of retaliation, as Donald Trump indeed has done over the last day or two, saying that things would not be pretty following his conversation with Vladimir Putin. It's worth remembering that a week ago, before the large, audacious Ukrainian attack on Russian airfields, the Russians sent 472 drones in a single night over Ukraine. That was the largest single figure of the war so far. So this is part of a continuum. It's not really an escalation. The people here of Kyiv have experienced many nights just like the one we had last night. They spent a good chunk of it, like we did, in shelters, occasionally venturing out to listen to the sound of anti-aircraft fire and occasionally very large explosions indeed. I'm just looking at the list of munitions recorded by the Ukrainians. They say that 36 cruise missiles were among the weapons that were used, along with drones and ballistic missiles. Of course, the cruise missiles are the very ones that the bombers that were targeted in Ukraine's attack last Sunday carry. So I think perhaps the fact that there was a relatively large number of cruise missiles last night was a little way of Russia saying, you know, you may think you've caused us damage, but we're still capable of hitting you with precisely the same kind of munitions.
Paul, as always, to you and the team there in the Ukrainian capital, stay safe. Thank you very much. Paul Adams there, our diplomatic correspondent with the latest.